Hi, Rena here with Remax. So over the last week or two, I've been talking about what it's like to put an offer in a competitive market. So my goal of this social platform is to educate future buyers and sellers about all things real estate. So even if you're not ready now, when you are ready to make a move, you're going to be as prepared as possible. So let's talk about how to write a letter to the seller of the property you're putting an offer in. So let's imagine this. You are on your phone or on your computer and you click on the mail app on your phone or computer and refresh your emails and you see a new listing waiting in your inbox. You click to open it and almost immediately you're like, this is the one. So you quickly reach out to your realtor, hopefully me, and you say, I think this is the one. I think I found it. Can we schedule a showing? But you quickly find out that this house is also the one for 8 other buyers. This month, I've shared my strategies for getting your offer accepted in a competitive market, but I saved one of my best tips for the last, which is to write a letter to the seller. I don't know, maybe this sounds cheesy, and I guess it kind of is, but it also works many times. I've seen it work personally. So before you start typing, I want to share how to write that letter. The do's and the do nots. Very important. So, do find out the seller's situation. What I do is I call the listing agent and I get a feel of what the seller's situation is. And sometimes a letter may not be appropriate for every scenario. Not every home is sold for the same reason. So before you pour your heart out on paper, make sure that it's going to make sense with the situation for you and the sellers. Do not include a photo with your offer. You may want to show off your super cute kids or adorable fur baby in an effort to warm up the sellers, but sharing a picture could potentially put the sellers and or listing agent in a position that could accuse them of violating fair housing laws. So, the Fair Housing Act basically protects people from discrimination when they are renting or buying a home. It prohibits discrimination in housing because of race, color, national origin, religion, sex, familial status, and disability. So keep the photos out of the offer. Do tell the seller what you love most about their home. Maybe it'll be a way to connect with them. Compliment the kitchen updates, the meticulously maintained yard, the beautiful gardens out back, your shared love of wine, or something else you notice when you're touring the home that you both have in common. Do not point out any problems about the house. If you notice siding that needs to be painted or any other maintenance issues, save it for the home inspection. The home inspection is actually the #1 cause of offers falling apart. Do yourself a favor, keep the problems to yourself, and instead share the concerns with the home inspector when the time comes. Do talk about the lifestyle features of the home. Do you love to entertain? Are you head over heels with the oversized kitchen island? Do you love the screened-in porch? Share that. Explain how you've always dreamed of hosting big family dinners on the holidays and birthday parties, and how you've always wanted to be able to have room to include everyone on these special days. Let them know that you're excited to finally have a home of your own to do it in. Do be mindful that selling is sometimes emotional for the seller. Acknowledging the hard work the sellers have put into the home and explaining that you will be sure to take good care of it too, you may just make the sellers fall in love with your offer. That's a wrap on how to write a letter to the sellers. If you have good handwriting, I think a written letter is even more powerful than a typed up PDF, but again, that's up to you. If you have any questions, you can drop them below, or if you're watching this as a replay, I'll be sure to check back so that I can respond. Again, before I go, I wanted to let you know about the new buyer checklist. Again, I packaged up all the tips I share with my buyers and help their offers stand out in a competitive market, and I turned it into a PDF checklist. I'm sharing it for free, and it's the steps we go over before we start house hunting, so that they are prepared with options when the time comes to compete in a competitive market. So, just in case a competitive offer scenario arises in the future or now, if you want a copy, send me a direct message with your email address and I'll send it over to you as soon as possible. So thanks so much for tuning into today's episode. And if you have any local businesses that you would like me to feature, you can also tag them in the comments below and I will be sure to get them on the calendar for one of our weekly features. And that's it. That's a wrap.